Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, we're talking about the Cincinnati Bengals versus Buffalo Bills trade, where the Bills essentially traded Cordy Glenn, offensive tackle Cordy Glenn, and the Bills' 21st overall pick to the Bengals for the 12th overall selection. The Bengals also get a Bills 5th round pick, and the Bills get a Bengals 6th round pick. And this is all according to Adam Schefter, obviously, Mr. Chef. So again, that's all the details of that particular trade. There might be some more information that comes out when it comes out. But this video essentially is going to center around winners and losers of this particular trade and get into a little bit of Cordy Glenn analytics, and also get into some things that he is and some things that he isn't, based on his overall analytical profile. So first off, if you're new to the channel and you're new to the work that I do, all terms and definitions will be in the description. So if you don't know what explosive lower body strength score is, or speed score, or flexibility score, all those terms and definitions will be in the description. So, starting with Cordy Glenn's overall data, when you look at his explosive lower body strength score, he had a 32.21 out of 100, 98.25 speed score, and 69.55 flexibility score. Based on my data, since the 1999 NFL draft class, the only issue he really has is that his explosiveness doesn't really meet the All-Pro or Pro Bowl level when it comes to his explosive lower body strength score, meaning that his lower body explosiveness, when you're talking about his hips and just in general, just his ability to explode out of his stance, is really, really below average. He definitely has above average speed, very, very good speed score. He is flexible enough to get the job done as well. But the one criticism that Cordy Glenn has always had in his career in Buffalo is that he's always been more so a very, very good run blocker and has been at least good enough as a pass protector. And I think the reason why he's always seen as just good enough as a pass protector is because of his explosive lower body strength score. Is because he just is not quite explosive enough to deal with the with the big dogs in terms of really, really explosive edge rushers on the edge, which can be shown in the averages at the position. So again, this is the average score for an all-pro player, average score for a Pro Bowl player, an average score for a long-term starter, and his explosiveness is not even within, just significantly below average what it needs to be for all these particular categories. So essentially what you're getting as a Bengals fan is an offensive tackle that can definitely start for you. I mean, I'm not saying that. I think that when you look at Cordy Glenn's career at Buffalo, he definitely has been at least a average to slightly above average tackle in some respects. But this is not exactly going to replace what you had in Andre Whitworth, and this is actually Andre Whitworth's data to illustrate a point that you need to have explosiveness. You know, Andre Whitworth was a 96.50 out of 100 explosive lower body strength offensive tackle. And that is a significant difference between what you're getting with Cordy Glenn. In fact, I would say that Andre Whitworth is like a opposite type of athlete to Cordy Glenn. Cordy Glenn is more of a speed, flexibility guy, whereas Whitworth was more of an explosion speed player. So again, that's my only sort of issue with the trade is that, and it's not to say that, hey, you should always just trade for Andre Whitworth. Like, that doesn't really happen that often. But what I am saying is that for Bengals fans that think that this is going to, hey, we're getting a guy who could be like Andre Whitworth, that underrated tackle who's really, really good, because that's what Andre Whitworth was for so many years in Cincinnati. And unfortunately, guys, I just don't quite see that. I think Cordy Glenn is more so a guy that could be a long-term starter, which could definitely be better than what you have now. I will agree with that statement, but not necessarily the best. And my other issue is the fact that there are some really good offensive tackle athletes in this particular draft class. One guy in particular, Connor Williams out of Texas. Very good explosive lower body strength score right here, 89.35. Speed score, 74.93, 57.22 in terms of his flexibility for his size. So again, this is a offensive tackle athlete that you could have drafted in that range, in that 12 range, And there is a possibility that you could have your cake and eat it too. Like Connor Williams could possibly be at that 21st pick. But, anytime you trade down, you're taking yourself out of the running for a guy of his caliber. I mean, nobody can guarantee that Connor Williams is going to last that long. And then the last guy I wanted to mention, of course, is Colton Miller, offensive tackle out of UCLA, who was probably the best testing offensive tackle at the combine, 87.33 in terms of explosiveness, 85.58 in terms of speed, and 93.48 in terms of flexibility. Again, great all-around athlete with a potential to be a very special type of guy. And you just gave yourself potentially less opportunities to draft a guy like that. So it's questionable. Now, I do understand the positives of the trade is that you're getting an established starter. I mean, that's definitely a big thing in this particular trade. You're getting a guy that you know what his strengths are, you know what his weaknesses are. He's been in the NFL for a while, and he can come in and he can give you something that's a little bit better than what you have right now. He is someone that has had his share of injuries, though, which is another sort of concern. And he's hitting, 28 years old. Most NFL players are pretty much, they hit a wall when they hit their 30s. So really you only have like 2 more years before a player like him potentially hits the wall when it comes to his overall career. So I don't really know how I feel about this trade 100%, at least for the Bengals' perspective, is that there is a potential that you could have your cake and eat it too. There's no guarantee that Connor Williams is going to go in the top 20. He could definitely fall to the 21st pick. Same thing with Colton Miller. Could definitely fall to that area. But I still worry about what you do transition-wise. But let me know in the comment section below. How do you believe this trade is going to turn out? Do you think the Bengals won this trade? Do you think the Bills won this trade? Do you think it's a pretty even split in terms of future projection? Do you think that a guy like Connor Williams or a offensive tackle like Colton Miller is going to be there for the Bengals as well, for them to select that spot? And also, what do you do as a Bills fan where you see a left tackle who's been there for a while? Again, Cordy Glenn has been a guy that has been on this team for a while and has been a fairly strong veteran for you guys. And now he's gone. So that 12th pick might have to be to get his replacement. So yeah, there's a lot of things to ponder with this particular trade. But again, just let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts in terms of those particular moves. And of course, my name is James Coburn. You can find my other work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know. Hit that notification button so that you're always reminded when another video of mine drops. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace!